And similarly to that with digital assets in the blockchain space, we went heavy into this space 4 years ago when I ran to be mayor of London and lost. And I looked into this space and I saw a tremendous ability for financial freedom. And as one of my guests, who was probably at that Bitcoin conference, his name is Dan Held, he was an early Bitcoiner, he said, Brian, freedom of speech is a luxury if you can't pay for your food and the roof over your head and your internet access. And I thought he had a great point. And so what we love about the digital asset space is that you can truly own something. I always tell my students, you know, how many people have money in the bank, and they all raise their hand. I said, no, you don't. The bank has custody of your money and they'll give it back to you if they choose. Also, your fiat currency is being printed, inflated, and taxed at will. And so if you really want something that is cannot be touched by a government, well, that's where your Bitcoin comes in. So it's fascinating, Robert, how these two worlds have collided with us, where you have new media and maybe new money all kind of coming together, and it all makes sense. Yeah, very much so. And look, you're going through all your different Substack articles that I was going to bring up organically through this conversation. And by the way, we'll have the link to your Substack below. You guys still produce one a day?
Yep. Well, the truth is that occasionally we have guest writers. Thank you. We missed yesterday because I was on the plane coming back from Rome.
Okay.
And by the time I got home, I was about cooked. And but mostly we do. But Fridays and Sundays, we put out the Friday Funnies and the Sunday Strip, which is kind of probably too inside American politics for most British or European, although we have a number of fans from Europe and the UK and Australia. But that's a collection of memes that are often really pretty edgy, having to do with whatever the current events are. And that was the case today. So that gives us a little bit of a break from writing an essay, because these essays typically take, 4, 5, 6 hours between the concept and the research and writing and editing, etc.
Yeah, it's great work, and I love it. And I guess sometimes those funnies are a little inside, because sometimes I'm trying to understand them, and I know it's something that's you need to know, maybe closer to DC, but often not. And so it's great content. I highly recommend everyone goes and subscribes and hopefully also contributes. Talk to me about the book, PsyWar, The Information War Behind the Pandemic. Is that something that the world is still digesting? And I'll ask you this question, Robert. Is it hard to remind people of these concepts when we're now 3 or 4 years past the height of that PsyWar? Or is there another PsyWar happening also right now that you can point to as evidence from your book?
Investment Club. Today, I consider it the best investment that I've ever made. We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs. Personally, I'm completely blown away by the quality of these projects, and I know of nowhere else where I would be given this same opportunity. Each week that passes, I feel more appreciative of the fact that I'm a member of this group. The vibe was just tremendous. Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical. Take action. Don't take my word for it. Due diligence you need to do. And I really hope that someday down the road I see you in the club. It far exceeded expectations, without question.
Well, the tech is still deployed on a routine basis, and the 77th Brigade and the Mutton Crew have not gone away, bringing it home to your island. And but there are kind of cracks in the wall. The other day, I was on the boat and we were just talking about things, and there was an actor with us on the boat. And he was hadn't really followed all that I'd encountered. So we're talking, and I mentioned Wikipedia. And so we talked a little bit more. I pull up my Wikipedia page. Lo and behold, it is far more friendly than I've ever seen it since it was first posted, and has soft, pleasant things like it mentions that I married my high school sweetheart. It still says that I was the spreader of misinformation during COVID, and it cites the Davey Alba hit piece from the New York Times but it's got a whole lot of other content. And it lightened my heart to see as another example that appear to be being politically rehabilitated a little bit. But the technology, what's happening in particular is that the go-to reference of Wikipedia is increasingly marginalized. And the big business threat, by the way, to Google right now is, another drum roll and a rim shot, artificial intelligence. And it's now the data sets and the training and the constraints that are being put on the AIs that is the new frontier for managing the approved narrative and promoting the approved narrative. So it's like all of this, it's gotten there's another level of sophistication that's being built and deployed. It's the good thing about the COVID crisis was that it was so obvious that even a physician scientist could see it, right? You didn't have to be a trained intelligence analyst to see what the heck was going on. It was pretty obvious to most of us, or a large fraction of us that weren't hypnotized by what was going on, referencing Matthias Desmet. But now it's going underground. It's a lot more subtle.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.